Welcome back to the Sorcerer's Vault. Today we're taking you on a full walking tour of Disney's Beach Club Resort, a deluxe resort that combines coastal New England charm with relaxed beachy elegance. Nestled along Crescent Lake and just a short walk from EPCOT, Beach Club offers a laid-back atmosphere, beautiful pastel theming, and access to one of the best pool areas on Disney property. In this video, we'll explore the lobby, dining options, pools, and scenic waterfront paths, everything you'll want to see before booking your next stay. And of course, we'll wrap things up with some pros and cons and my final thoughts to help you decide if Beach Club is the right fit for your next Disney vacation. So slip off your sandals and let's dig our toes into the sandy shores of Disney's Beach Club Resort. Our tour kicks off in the main lobby of Disney's Beach Club, a charming and refined space that blends deluxe comfort with subtle coastal influence. The lobby feels elegant but relaxed, with cream-colored walls and white trim that ties into the overall New England seaside theme. The ceiling is detailed with light wood beams and decorative molding, and there's a soft golden glow from the lighting throughout the space. At the center of the room, you'll usually find a seasonal floral display surrounded by inviting lounge seating, a nice place to pause for a moment whether you're checking in or just coming back from the parks. Like Yacht Club, the theming here is more about capturing the essence of a coastal resort than hitting you over the head with it. It's refined, relaxed, and quietly elegant. To the right of the entrance is the front desk and bell services area, staffed by friendly cast members ready to help get your vacation started, answer your questions, or just point you in the right direction. And nearby, you'll find hallways that lead to dining, shopping, and the shared amenities with Yacht Club, which we'll explore as we go. So we're going to start by heading toward the hallway just off to the right of the lobby. The first stop we come to here is Cape May Cafe, the Beach Club's main table service restaurant. This bright casual dining spot leans into classic coastal theming with light colors and seaside decor that give the space a cheerful vacation-y feel. In the mornings, Cape May Cafe hosts a character breakfast called Minnie's Beach Bash, where you'll meet Minnie, Daisy, Goofy, and sometimes Donald, all dressed in their beachy best. It's a buffet-style breakfast with standard options like Mickey waffles, scrambled eggs, bacon, and pastries, but the real draw here is the character interaction in a more laid-back setting than some of the other dining experiences. In the evenings, the restaurant switches over to a New England-style seafood buffet. You'll typically find peel and eat shrimp, steamed clams, mussels, seasonal fish, and other comfort food favorites like ribs, pasta, and cornbread. It's not a signature level experience, but it's a solid option if you're in the mood for a hearty, all-you-care-to-enjoy meal without leaving the resort. Whether you're here for breakfast with the characters or dinner with the catch of the day, Cape May Cafe adds a fun and flavorful option to the Beach Club dining lineup. Winding around Cape May Cafe and continuing down the hallway, we're heading toward the back corner of the resort where you'll find two additional locations, Ariel's and Martha's Vineyard Lounge. Now, Ariel's is a large event space most often used for private functions, conventions, and wedding receptions. It's not part of the usual dining lineup, but it's one of those quiet resort areas that guests occasionally stumble across when exploring. Just next door is Martha's Vineyard Lounge, a cozy bar with beachy decor, soft lighting, and a laid-back vibe. The menu here typically features beer, wine, specialty cocktails, and a few light bites, making it a comfortable spot to unwind in the evening. These spaces may not be front and center, but they add to the resort's charm and flexibility, whether you're here for a celebration, a conference, or just a low-key nightcap. Heading outside, we're following the covered walkway that runs along the side of the resort. This path hugs the building and eventually leads over to Disney's Yacht Club, making it easy to move between the two resorts. It's a quiet and convenient route that keeps you shaded and close to all the main amenities. Along the walkway between Beach Club and Yacht Club, you'll find Beaches and Cream Soda Shop, a fan-favorite dining spot known for its nostalgic diner feel and over-the-top desserts. This small table service restaurant is themed like a classic seaside soda fountain with pastel colors, retro booths, and music straight out of the jukebox era. It's a cozy space, so advanced reservations are highly recommended if you want to grab a table. The menu serves up comfort food favorites like burgers, grilled cheese, and onion rings, but the real highlight here is the dessert. You'll find massive sundaes, rich milkshakes, and of course, the kitchen sink. A signature sundae served in an actual sink, packed with scoops of ice cream and every topping they've got. There are a couple different versions of the kitchen sink, including one with chocolate lovers in mind, but either way, it's a serious challenge. My family actually attempted one of these on a past trip, and even with 5 of us digging in, we couldn't finish it. It's that massive. Now, if you're just after something quick, there's also a walk-up window next door offering a smaller menu of ice cream treats and floats, great for a quick cool down after time at the pool. Whether you're here for lunch or just something sweet, Beaches and Cream delivers on fun, flavor, and a little bit of Disney dining nostalgia. And right next to Beaches and Cream, we took a quick peek into the resort's arcade, a small but colorful space filled with a mix of classic and modern games. You'll find everything from racing games and air hockey to claw machines and a few retro favorites. It's not a huge arcade, but it's a fun option for kids or for anyone looking to squeeze in a few rounds between park days or while waiting out an afternoon rainstorm. It's open daily and uses the standard Disney arcade card system, so you can load up credits and play at your own pace. Further down the walkway is Shipshape Health Club, the fitness center shared by Beach Club and Yacht Club guests. It's equipped with cardio machines, weights, and strength equipment, and also offers spa services by appointment. If you want to keep up your workout routine or just unwind a bit, it's a convenient option during your stay. Still continuing along the walkway, we officially cross over into Disney's Yacht Club Resort, another deluxe property that's seamlessly connected to Beach Club. Just inside, we get a quick look at the interior near Yachtsman Steakhouse, the resort's signature dining location. Known for its hand-cut steaks and rich upscale menu, this spot is a favorite among guests celebrating something special or just looking for a high-end dining experience in a refined nautical setting. We won't linger here too long since we cover Yacht Club in its own full tour, but it's a great example of how staying at Beach Club gives you easy access to everything Yacht Club has to offer as well. So now we've made it to the centerpiece of both Beach Club and Yacht Club, Stormalong Bay. Unfortunately, it was closed for refurbishment during our visit, so we couldn't take you inside this time, but we still need to talk about it because this is easily one of the best pool areas of Walt Disney World. Stormalong Bay isn't just a pool, it's a 3-acre mini water park exclusive to guests staying at Beach Club and Yacht Club. It features a sand-bottom swimming area, a lazy river, multiple whirlpool spas, and a sprawling main pool with plenty of room for families to spread out and relax. One of the standout features is the water slide. Themed after a shipwreck, it's one of the longest slides at any Disney resort, and you actually enter from the mast of a full-size ship across the walkway. It's a favorite for both kids and adults. This area also includes Hurricane Hannah's, a poolside bar and grill serving tropical drinks, burgers, wraps, and other quick bites, so you don't have to go far if you're spending the day poolside. Even though we couldn't fully show it on this visit, Stormalong Bay has since reopened, and I'm planning to come back on a future trip to capture the updated footage and give you a full look at the area. It's such a major part of the beach and yacht club experience, and absolutely something to consider if pool time is a priority during your stay. Now that we've explored the dining, recreation, and shared amenities along this side of the resort, we're making our way back toward the beach club lobby to check out the other half of the property. This next section includes the resort's gift shop, quick service dining, and access to some of the quietest spots on the grounds, so let's head that way and see what else Beach Club has to offer. Just off the lobby on the opposite side of the resort, you'll find Beach Club Marketplace, the resort's combined gift shop and quick service dining location. The gift shop takes up about half the space and offers a nice mix of vacation essentials and Disney merchandise. You'll find apparel, hats, sunglasses, plush toys, pins, and home decor, along with a few Beach Club branded items like mugs, ornaments, and resort-specific clothing. There's also a section with travel necessities like sunscreen, toiletries, snacks, and medicine, which can be a real lifesaver if you forgot something back home. The dining side is compact but functional. It's serving as the main quick service location for the Beach Club. In the mornings, you'll find options like Mickey waffles, breakfast sandwiches, and assorted pastries, perfect for grabbing something quick before heading to the parks. Lunch and dinner options include pressed paninis, flatbreads, hearty sandwiches, soups, and salads. There's also a refrigerated section with bottled drinks, fruit cups, and grab-and-go items if you're in a hurry. The self-serve beverage station makes it easy to refill your resort mug, and while there's limited indoor seating, you can take your food to the small seating area outside in the hallway, or head back to your room or a quiet spot around the resort. While it's not the most expansive quick service option you'll find at a deluxe resort, It gets the job done, especially when you need something fast and easy. And just outside the dining side of the marketplace, there's a small covered patio with outdoor seating. It's a peaceful little spot tucked under the shade with a view of the nearby gardens and walkways. Whether you're enjoying breakfast from the marketplace, taking a midday break, or just looking for a quiet place to relax, it's a nice extension of the quick service area and often overlooked by guests passing through. From the marketplace, we follow the interior hallways through the resort's guest room areas and eventually step outside to find Beach Club's quiet pool. This area is much more low-key than Stormalong Bay, offering a peaceful place to swim, read, or just relax away from the excitement of the main feature pool. It has a simple layout with plenty of lounge chairs and a mix of sun and shade, depending on time of the day. While it doesn't have a slide or a splash zone, it's rarely crowded, making it a great option for guests who prefer a quieter atmosphere or want to take a break from the parks without all the activity around them. Each of the resort's wings has relatively easy access to the area, and it adds a nice balance to the overall pool offerings here at Beach Club. We're heading back inside now, and just off the hallway near the marketplace is the Solarium, a quiet indoor lounge space that offers a peaceful spot to relax during your stay. The room is bright and inviting with large windows, soft lighting, and comfortable seating throughout. It carries the same refined coastal theme as the rest of the resort, but with an extra sense of calm and quiet. It's a great place to read, sip a coffee, or just take a break indoors, especially during the hotter parts of the day or if you're waiting for your room to be ready. It's also sometimes used for small activities or seasonal displays, but most of the time it's just a quiet escape that many guests walk right past. Now we're going to be stepping out the front of the resort and making our way down the path toward the Disney Vacation Club section of Beach Club. This area is home to the Beach Club villas, and while the theming stays consistent with the main resort, the layout feels a bit more tucked away and residential. It's quieter over here with fewer crowds and more of that peaceful neighborhood feel. Along the way, we come across another quiet pool, this one serving guests in the villa section. It's similar in design to the main quiet pool with a basic layout, plenty of lounge chairs, and a relaxed atmosphere. There's also a small hot tub nearby, making it a nice little retreat if you're staying in this part of the resort or just want a change of pace from the busier areas. Even if you're not in a villa, this side of the resort is worth checking out. It's calm, scenic, and gives you a full picture of everything Beach Club has to offer. So now we're heading back through the lobby one final time to check out one of the main reasons this resort is called the Beach Club, the beach itself. Exiting the rear of the building through the lobby is one of those classic Disney moments. You step out into a wide open courtyard framed by lush landscaping, charming lampposts, and the pastel exterior of the resort behind you. Straight ahead, Crescent Lake sparkles in the sunlight, and beyond that, you've got a clear view of Disney's boardwalk wrapping around the far shore. It's a stunning sight, and even if you're not staying at the Beach Club, it's one of those areas that's worth seeing in person. Just beyond the courtyard, you'll find the sandy beach that gives the resort its name. The shoreline stretches the length of the resort with white sand, rows of lounge chairs, and even a swing or two. Now, it's not a swimming beach, but it's absolutely perfect for relaxing, whether you're enjoying your morning coffee, catching your breath after a park day, or simply soaking in the views across the lake. It's quiet, breezy, and incredibly peaceful, a reminder that even in the heart of Walt Disney World, you can still find a little slice of calm. Normally, we wrap up the pros and cons on the way to the bus stop or the monorail, but with us being just steps away from the International Gateway, I can't resist taking the scenic route and heading straight toward EPCOT instead. This walk gives us some of the best views of Beach Club's exterior, from the soft blue siding and white trim to the perfectly manicured gardens and those Crescent Lake views. It's one more reminder of just how charming this resort really is. So as we make our way along the path to EPCOT, let's talk about some pros and cons of staying at Disney's Beach Club Resort. Starting with the pros. First and foremost, location. You're obviously within walking distance to EPCOT, a short boat ride to Hollywood Studios, and just steps from the Skyliner at the International Gateway. For park access, it really doesn't get much better. Stormalong Bay is a huge draw. Unfortunately, it was closed right now, but this shared feature pool is basically a mini water park, and it's exclusive to guests staying at Beach Club or Yacht Club. Like, literally you have to scan your magic band or room key to be able to get in. And the overall vibe of the resort is a perfect blend of a relaxed and refined. It feels upscale without being stuffy, and the beachy theme keeps things fun and breezy. And now a few cons to consider. The quick service dining is limited. Beach Club Marketplace is convenient, but it's smaller and more limited than what you'll find at other deluxe resorts. While the resort is beautiful, the theming is fairly subtle. If you're looking for bold Disney touches or immersive storytelling, this one leans more toward elegance than whimsy. And depending on your room location, the layout can be a bit confusing at first, with long hallways and multiple wings that take a little time to get used to. So that's going to wrap up our full walking tour of Disney's Beach Club Resort. If you're looking for a deluxe resort with unbeatable access to EPCOT, a laid-back atmosphere, and one of the best pool areas on Disney property, Beach Club absolutely delivers. It combines New England charm with classic Disney quality, and even though the theming is more subtle, the overall experience feels relaxing, elegant, and just a little bit indulgent. Whether you're traveling as a couple, a family, or anything in between, this resort offers a great balance of convenience, comfort, and that special kind of Disney magic that keeps people coming back year after year. Thanks so much for coming along the tour with me. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Disney resort tours and planning tips, and let me know in the comments, is Beach Club on your Disney bucket list, or have you stayed here before? Let me know. Again, I'm Dave with the Sorcerer's Vault. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon.